Hey everyone, welcome to 2022. So the last few weeks of 2021, I spent a lot of time thinking and journaling and meditating, and a lot of what I thought about and a lot of what I was trying to decide on was what path was I gonna take in 2022? What projects would I continue and what projects would I sacrifice and cut out of my life? What things were worth pursuing and developing and what things weren't, which needed to be cleared, because there's not enough time in the day, not enough time in the week, and I don't have enough mental fortitude or energy to do all the things that I want to do. And that's life, and cutting those things out hurts, but that's why they call it a sacrifice, because it's relinquishing something of value. And in order to do that, you let that value go, you get to reclaim the space that particular thing took up. So that's the trade-off, and that's the good part about sacrifice. It's tough, but it's good. You can reclaim that space, you can reclaim that energy and redirect it into the other aspects, the other pursuits that you have. So I spent a lot of time thinking about that, and then come New Year's, we celebrate New Year's. New Year's is my favorite holiday. It's tied for my favorite holiday, because my two favorite holidays would be New Year's and 4th of July. We celebrated the new year, and then going forward, it was taking the time to decide what gets to stay and what has to go. And coming down to it, I asked myself, what did I really value, and what was really worth pursuing? And what it came down to was I wanted to build an online presence. I enjoy the internet. I enjoy meeting people on the internet. I enjoy the things that the internet has taught me. And I love the aspect where you could be anywhere in the world, and as long as you're connected to a terminal of some sort, you will be connected to all of mankind. And so that was one. And in doing so, I told myself, okay, I'm gonna have these quotas, and the quotas being, one vlog a week, one blog a week, at least one podcast, if more if possible, at least one. Most of all my quotas were one per week, and I thought that would be a good place to start to see if that would be too much or that would be too little. Am I stretching myself too thin? Am I sandbagging it? Whatever it might be, we would go through a few weeks of that and see what came of it. But that way, things stay on schedule. The discipline in order to execute these certain things would be developed over time and learned. I would learn what sort of discipline would be required of me to do a vlog per week. And who knows, that's where we start. Maybe it turns into a vlog a day, if there were editors and if there was a team, and who knows. My point is you just don't know where these things go, that you have to kind of step forward in faith a lot of times with these projects and see where they go, which is kind of exciting, but also scary. Amongst the decisions made and things to focus on, one of the biggest ones was my writing. And proponents moving forward is taking that seriously and really putting forth the effort and the discipline and experiencing the failures or experiencing the lack of skill that I don't have at this moment, that because I haven't put forth the effort to develop that skill, and which is never a good feeling for your ego, but it's the price that you pay. The fool precedes the master, and you have to be willing to be the fool before you can be the master. As they say, the master has failed more times than the beginner has even attempted. That's a huge aspect. And when I say writing, I'm talking screenwriting, and screenwriting in the efforts to be able to write my own productions and then direct my own productions. I think I started a little bit of a spiritual practice in 2021 of just decluttering. I think I started with the house. I think Kelsey and I had a lot of stuff that's just been around since we first got married, in various cabinets and corners and drawers. And I just, 2021 was just snap, like we got to get rid of this stuff. Got to a place where there's parts of the house that feel really good. There's still parts of the house that really need a lot of help, but we got to a place where there are rooms that actually feel welcoming and open and clean, and that felt really good. And so that practice, slowly started to bleed over into my personal life, my personal mental and spiritual and physical aspects of my existence. And so from there, I started thinking about, well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers, right? Laptop, computer, whatever. How can I condense that down into 1 or 2 or 3? How can I condense that down into less so that everything is more efficient? And doing so, right now, I'm in my office. Now, you might think, wow, this office is small. And it is. It is small. It's 8 by 13. It's a little bit bigger than a closet. I have at least 3 businesses out of here. I have coffee, I have beef, I have all the editing bay, the equipment, the film equipment, the video equipment. I have enough iron in here to open up my own gym. I have my personal library behind me. And it's all in this 8 by 13 room. I don't have a garage. I wish I had a garage. I wish I had a shop. I wish I had some space. And that's an excuse I've used for quite a while, that I don't have the space to be able to do this, to do vlogging, and I think that was part of my mindset cultivation going in from 2021 to 2022, that's not going to hold me back. And instead of building out these huge B&H carts, you know who you are, we all do it, yeah. Instead of building out these B&H carts with all the equipment that I need, what equipment do I have? And more importantly, what's the goal? Well, the goal is to produce some content. As time went on, it was more about making sure that productivity and creation was happening more often than giving in to silly little excuses that I don't have what it takes, or I don't have what I need to accomplish this. That's where the creativity comes in, and that's where the will and the drive come into how do I accomplish this goal with what I have. And you work up to, getting some of that equipment. Over time, you will acquire the right tools that will help you and aid you in getting, in accomplishing what you're looking to do. So there's a little bit of a breakdown from the slide of 2021 into 2022, kind of give you some idea of where my mind is, where my thoughts are, where my focus is going to be moving forward. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to dialoguing with all of you, hearing your thoughts and your ideas as we move into the new year. And looking forward to it. Blessings on you. Take care. Peace.